These silks are the finest from the East.
I will give you 5 dinar for the roll.
Nonsense. It is worth 10 at least.
Imagine a world where you could travel for thousands of miles across dangerous lands, but every night you were guaranteed a warm bed, a hot meal, and a fortress to protect you, all for free. This wasn't a dream, it was the reality of the Anatolian Silk Road 800 years ago. In the 13th century, the Seljuk Sultans turned Anatolia into the world's most advanced trade corridor. They built a network of massive stone palaces called caravanserais. These weren't just roadside inns, they were the grand terminals of the Middle Ages. The planning was genius. Every station was built exactly 30 to 40 kilometers apart. Why? Because that's exactly how far a camel can walk in 9 hours. This ensured that no merchant was ever left alone in the wild after the sun went down. But real magic was the economics. The Sultan knew that trade meant power. To attract merchants from China and Europe, they created the world's first state insurance system. If a merchant was robbed or lost their goods between 2 stations, the government paid for the loss from the national treasury. It was a secure trade zone centuries before the modern world. Inside these fortresses, the 3-day rule was absolute. Based on the foundation system, every traveler, regardless of their religion, language, or social status, stayed for 72 hours completely free. And it wasn't just a bed. There was a full technical service for free. Blacksmith shoed your horses, cobblers repair your torn shoes, and doctors treated your wounds, all without spending a single coin. Security was the top priority. As the sun set, the massive iron gates were locked. No one entered and no one left. But there's the most interesting part, the morning interview. Every morning before the gates opened, the manager would shout to the crowd, "Is everyone safe? Has anyone lost anything? Do you have any complaints?" Only when every guest shouted, "All is well," would the heavy locks finally turn. These structures were the internet of the 13th century. They were the places where news, art, and innovation were traded, just like silk and spices. They prove that when a state invests in security and radical hospitality, it doesn't just build buildings, it builds a bridge between worlds. The structure you see behind me right now is one of the links in that magnificent chain here in Istanbul. 800 years ago, the sounds of weary camels, the rhythmic strikes of blacksmiths, hammers, and the collective prayers of merchants from all corners of the world echoed within these walls. Today, the caravans have stopped, and those massive iron gates of the caravanserai are now wide open. Instead of camels, you will find rows of carpet weavers, ceramic masters, and jewelry shops. The 72-hour free stay might be a thing of the past, but the heart of commerce continues to beat within these stone walls, fueled by that same ancient energy from centuries ago. Even though their form has changed, these places still carry on the tradition of being the world's meeting point.